People usually assume I always wanted to be a writer, but honestly, I didn't. I was a kid who constantly had overdue library books, and the librarians were usually pretty forgiving because they knew I wasn't losing them. I was actually reading them, so they cut me some slack when I bought whole stacks, and um, sometimes they completely canceled the late fee. Sometimes they just gave me a discount, but either way, they were really cool with it. But I love books. I was always reading something. But writing didn't really become part of my life until I joined the military. Um, at some point, I started keeping a journal of my dreams because my dreams were freaking weird. And they were super interesting. So they kind of felt like movies. So when I was stationed in Afghanistan, I used to pull Tara watch from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And like, those, those nights were endless because usually nothing happens. You're just kind of like just on the lookout for 12 hours straight. I've always been more of a night owl anyway, so to stay awake, I started telling stories, keep everybody up. And most of the stories came from my dreams that I've been writing down. So the Marines on watch listened to me while we waited for the sunrise. And one morning, around 5 a.m. or something, one of them was like, "You should write a book." It was like a simple comment, but it really stuck with me. So I did. I just started writing. I'll go to the bunkers and I'll just start writing a book the best way that I could. Even though my only education on writing books was just from what I read. Um, but in college, I signed up for a screenwriting class, and then I took another and another. And the more I learned, the more I realized that this was something I wanted to pursue seriously. So I eventually applied for a screenwriting mentorship for veterans through the Writers Guild West. And the first year, I made it to the finalist round. The second year, I don't know. They were like, your work is shit. I don't know what happened. And then the third year, I got accepted. So yes, that was awesome. The experience ended up changing my life really. Looking back, I don't think that I became a writer because I had some lifelong dream of becoming one. I became a writer because I loved stories. First I read them, and then I told them. Eventually I learned how to write them down, and that's how I became a writer.